Hidden within a single mental model lies the key that can unlock profound clarity and purpose in your life, a truth so powerful most people will never hear about this. This simple yet transformative idea forms part of an ancient latticework used by great thinkers to navigate complexity with ease, making difficult decisions clearer than ever before. Today, you're about to uncover one such model previously hidden from the masses that can guide your every step towards a fulfilling existence. Are you ready to explore this forbidden knowledge and transform how you think? Imagine a world where you have the tools to navigate life's complexities with ease. This is not just an idea, it's a framework that can transform your decisions and give clarity in even the most challenging situations. Welcome to our journey into the latticework of mental models for a great life. Today, we're going to explore something extraordinary, a mental model nobody taught you, the hidden truth. You might wonder why this is important. Well, imagine facing life's big decisions without any roadmap or compass. Would that not leave us feeling lost and uncertain? Let's start with a simple yet powerful example, the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. Have you ever noticed that in many areas, be it business or personal life, a small percentage of factors often drive most outcomes? For instance, only about 20% of your daily tasks might contribute to 80% of your productivity gains. Now imagine applying this principle. If a tiny fraction of what we do yields such significant results, wouldn't it make sense to focus more on those high-impact activities rather than spreading our energy thin? This is just one piece of the latticework. By understanding and using these models effectively, you can start making smarter choices that lead to better outcomes. Another model worth mentioning here is the law of diminishing returns. You've imagined you're walking through a dense forest, surrounded by tall trees. The sunlight filters down in patterns of light, and before we move forward, growth begins the moment we choose to think differently. Welcome to cognitive ladder. Shadow on the ground below. Now picture these trees as different ideas or concepts that can help us navigate life's challenges. These are called mental models, simplified frameworks we use to understand complex situations. Just one particularly powerful model is the concept of cause and effect. Understanding why things happen can help predict outcomes and avoid pitfalls. For example, consider a farmer who realizes that late planting leads to lower crop yields each year. By recognizing this pattern, cause, and its consequence, effect, he might decide to plant earlier next season. Another mental model is the idea of feedback loops. Actions you take today have consequences in the future which can then affect your present decisions. Picture a person who consistently skips breakfast, leading to energy slumps at work that make them less productive overall, causing even more stress and possibly affecting their sleep quality, creating a vicious cycle. These models aren't just abstract ideas, they're tools you use every day without realizing it. When faced with choosing between two job offers or deciding whether to invest in stocks versus bonds, these mental maps guide your choices by helping you weigh pros and cons based on patterns observed from past experiences or knowledge about how the world works. The beauty of using multiple models is that they complement each other. Each one offers unique insights, but when combined, their collective wisdom paints an even clearer understanding of reality. So why this matters now? In today's fast-paced world, we are bombarded with choices, big or small. From deciding what to eat for breakfast to choosing a career path that aligns with our values and passions, every decision can feel overwhelming. But there is a way to navigate this complexity more effectively. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast forest, looking out into an uncharted wilderness filled with infinite possibilities. Each trail leading away from you represents different choices in life. Where will your path take you? How do you choose which one? Enter the latticework of mental models. This framework helps us understand and apply different ways of thinking to make better decisions, both big and small. Think about it this way: life is not just one long journey but many smaller journeys woven together. Each choice we make contributes to who we become over time. Whether you're trying to decide between two job offers or choosing if you want to know what happens next, subscribe now because the next part drops very soon. And if you have a question, drop it below. We turn the best comments into full videos. How to spend your free weekend. Mental models can give clarity and direction. Consider a real-life example. Let's say you have the option of staying at home with family on weekends versus going out for social activities. Using a mental model, by applying this and other models such as first principles thinking or the classic 5 whys, you can dissect decisions to their core elements. This allows for a more holistic understanding of what's truly important. And imagine you're sitting in a cozy library, surrounded by towering shelves filled with books. Each book on those shelves represents a different way of thinking, mental models that can help us navigate life's complexities and make better decisions. Now imagine there's one particular model hidden away deep within the stacks, a model so powerful it could unlock doors to understanding you never knew existed. This isn't just any ordinary mental model. This is something extraordinary, something profound, a truth that many experts in psychology, intelligence, and decision-making have overlooked or failed to fully appreciate. Let's take an example from everyday life. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a busy street with your car keys jingling. You're deciding whether you should drive today despite knowing it might rain heavily. Most people would weigh factors. This hidden mental model suggests that we can approach such choices from a completely different angle, one that considers not just the immediate outcomes but also their long-term implications on our overall quality of life. For instance, let's say you drive today. The rain ends up being heavy and causes minor delays in your schedule. You might be frustrated initially, but over time, this decision could lead to habits. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Consider another scenario. What if you consistently choose not to drive on rainy days? This habit could foster a sense of independence and self-reliance. You might find yourself walking, taking public transportation, or exploring new routes around your city during those times. Each decision reinforces these behaviors, making them part of who you are. This hidden what comes next in this series is a journey into the hidden truths that can transform your life. Imagine stepping through a door you never knew existed, revealing paths and tools that have helped great thinkers throughout history make better decisions and live more fulfilling lives. Every day, we face countless choices: what to wear, what job offer to accept, whom to trust. But how do we know which decision is the right one? In this series, we'll explore a powerful framework, mental models. Let's start with an example. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have it all figured out while others struggle to find their way? One of the answers lies within these hidden truths, mental models that can guide your thinking. One such model is called first principles thinking. It's imagine building a house from scratch instead of following blueprints. This approach helps us question what we think we know and build new ideas based on first principles, rather than just accepting information at face value. Another powerful model is the availability heuristic. Have you ever made decisions quickly because the last time something happened seemed recent? That's this heuristic in action. It can lead to biased thinking by relying too heavily on what comes easily into our minds instead of considering all available evidence. By learning these models, we gain a broader perspective and become more aware of common cognitive biases that can cloud judgment. This awareness is the first step towards making smarter decisions that align with your goals rather than just reacting to fleeting thoughts or emotions. In future episodes, but the real question still remains unanswered. Subscribe now. Part 2 answers the question we left open today. The next episode goes even deeper. Subscribe so you don't miss it.